Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. Welcome. If you are new, please like and subscribe if you like the channel. Those of you who are returning and who have already subscribed, thank you so much. I hope you all are doing well. And I thought we would try something a little bit different today. I am creating an oracle deck called Two Hearts, One Flame, the Twin Flame Healing Oracle. And I thought what we would do today, since it's still just in paper form at the moment, that I would pull a few messages from your twin flame, and that could either be another person or it could be the other half of yourself. Like if you're more in the feminine energy, this could be messages from your masculine side of yourself, or vice versa. And of course, like with all messages, they may or may not resonate. Hopefully they do resonate. And of course, use your discernment. And if you have any questions about anything, ultimately the decision in the end is yours. This is for entertainment purposes and hopefully a little bit of insight to help you understand what may be going through yourself during a time of healing. I believe that with the twin flame journey, there's also a twin flame within ourselves. It's the masculine side and the feminine side of ourselves that need to be balanced first before we can come into union with another person that is deemed our twin flame. So if you are single, this could still resonate with you. Just do it that way, your male and female energies. Let's see what your twin has to say. If you are single or you don't believe in the twin flame journey, then just concentrate on either your feminine energy or your masculine energy, and then ask, what I'm trying to do is see what the other half of you, what message they want to bring through to help you heal in whatever way that you need to heal. Let's see, what do we have? The first message is, please don't be scared. We will meet again. We'll meet again. Okay, and what I'm getting with that is there's a possibility, even if you are single, that you have possibly already met your twin flame or your divine counterpart or your kingdom spouse, however you want to call them. You have already possibly met them and you two are in separation. Or if you're single and it's within yourself, there was a point in your life where you felt whole. I mean, everybody is almost always whole, but there are times where traumatic events can make us lose who we are or make us feel like we've lost who we are. Like if you're the eldest child of a large family and you had to grow up faster and take care of your siblings, that's putting you more into a masculine type role that's more controlling, more governing, and more in authority. And if you're actually more of a female energy, not just physically, but energetically, because all of life and everything in it is energy, then if your female energy was denied when you were a child growing up because you were placed in this masculine energy role of taking care of your siblings or your family in some way, even if you had to take care of a parent, then that's putting you in a different role than in the feminine energy, which is more receiving. You are giving more than receiving. So, let's see. Don't be scared. If it feels like you haven't been in your feminine energy for a while, or vice versa, if you feel like you haven't been in your masculine energy again, and it feels like you're separated from that side of yourself, then don't worry. That part of you will come back and rejoin with the other half of yourself to make you feel more whole. But that could be one reason. What I'm sensing from it is that could be one reason why you are possibly feeling not whole within yourself, because there was I'm still feeling like somebody had to take care of siblings or parents, and that forced them into the opposite energy. Or it could be the opposite, in that you were in your masculine energy and you were forced into your feminine energy, which is a receiving energy and nurturing energy. And so the other side of you is calling out for attention. So look at patterns in your life and see if you're more, how should I put this? If you're more used to receiving than giving, that's the feminine energy. And if you find that if you're always taking instead of giving, then you might be losing friends from that, because a relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, a family relationship, or a friendship, it's a give and take. So if you're doing one more than the other, then, excuse me, then you need to balance that out. Let's see what the tarot has to say about this message. Do you have any more information on don't be scared, we will meet again? In the context of it's within themselves. It's within the viewer's self. Let's see. What do we got? The Magician. Let's see. Yeah, this is saying to me that you're only under the illusion that you're not complete, either with yourself or with your physical twin, if you believe in that. And the Five of Swords came out, and the Knight of Wands. So with the Magician, what's this? Eight of Wands. With the Magician, what I'm getting from the Magician is that you have actually always been more balanced than you believe or have felt. You might have felt like you were robbed here with the Five of Wands because of something that you had to do at any point in your life. I mean, I used childhood as an example, but I mean, it could have even been in college, after high school, during high school, middle school, any point in your life. If you felt like you were forced into the opposite energy in which you normally were, and that made you feel unbalanced, I feel like you are actually more balanced than you realized, even now. Let's see. What's the Knight of Wands about? The world. The world. Let's see. So with the world and the Knight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands. So you have a lot of passion about something that I feel is supposed to help change the world. With the Magician here as well, I feel like there might have been something you started when you were younger that you didn't get a chance to finish, whether it was a study of some kind, or if you were just learning something new, if you were starting a project and something happened and you never got a chance to finish it. It's making you feel incomplete and that you are not whole within yourself. And you are, and if you recognize what that is, then if you put it out to the world, your feeling of separation within yourself will rapidly end, because let's see what fell. Nine of Cups. So this is your wish fulfillment. And it could even be a love relationship, whether it's a love relationship with yourself. I don't know if this thing that you were no longer able to do, that you felt robbed of, made you feel like you were no longer worthy of doing what you were supposed to be doing. I feel that that whether this, let's see, I'm doing this from a single point of view. Let's see. Yeah, it puts you in your Five of Pentacles energy. It made you feel like you were poor, but you're not. You are the Magician, because it came out upright. So you have everything that you need, or you think you need. You have the education that you need. And if you don't have the entire education, I feel that you do, though. I feel like you know what you're doing, that you're passionate about, that you want to return to, and would be your wish fulfillment. But again, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is gonna, if you return to whatever this is, whether it's a hobby, or you're returning to an old friend, or an old lover, even though we only have the Nine of Cups here, I'm kind of sensing that it's more of a hobby you used to do, whether it was like doing music or writing, or even doing something with your hands like crochet or knitting, beading even, or even sewing, like with a sewing machine, or I guess you could do it by hand too. Like if you were making clothes and that was something that you were passionate about, and you wanted to, say you wanted to go to a fashion school to learn more. Let's see what fell. But because of your life circumstance at that time, you were unable to, and it puts you on a slightly different path than you were expecting. Then it made you feel like you were no longer yourself or who you were meant to be. And I've done that myself with softball. I used to be a softball player. My dream was to be on Team USA. And in 10th grade, back in 1997, I hurt my knee to the point I had to permanently quit. And it eats me alive every year, and especially when I watch softball. But I know that at the time, being a softball player was my identity at that time. I had to learn to reinvent myself. And I've been into the occult and witchcraft and paganism since I was 10. So now we won't talk about how old I almost am, but it's been a while. And with tarot, my first tarot deck was Tarot of a Moon Garden in 1991, I believe it was. And here's what I'm going to say about that. It was a beautiful deck. It was an absolutely beautiful deck. However, the images were changed slightly from the original drawings of the tarot deck by Pamela Coleman. And so I didn't fully understand what it meant. Like when they showed Four of Wands, it just showed 4 dragonflies instead. So I didn't understand at that time that that usually represented a marriage card or a coming together. It could even be a twin flame card. So I cried a lot when I was first learning tarot because I didn't fully understand what it was I was looking at and reading about. I have heard that that you really shouldn't teach children tarot because they're too young to understand it. And coming at it from when I was 10 to looking at it today, where my own psychic abilities are stronger than they were when I was a child, it makes more sense. I understand it now that children, although they are very, very psychic, they do often see a lot of spirits and hear a lot of communication from the heavens and the paranormal world. Most of the time they're too young to fully understand what goes on, and it scares them. It used to scare me all the time, to the point sometimes I would even shut down my clairvoyance because I was so scared of what I would see. But as I've gotten older, sorry, my nose is itchy, I realize now how I'm supposed to use that to help the spirit, because I'm also a Reiki master, and although I'm not a licensed massage therapist anymore, I retired from that in 2010. I've been contemplating going back to it again so I can practice Reiki here in Texas, because in Texas you have to be a licensed massage therapist to do Reiki, even at a distance. Because I was thinking about doing a YouTube channel that was Reiki, but I can't do that yet, so that's on my list of things to do. But so there have been many times where I've had to change who I am and what I was doing. Like, because we're human, what we end up doing, I think a lot of us end up doing this, is we associate ourselves with a particular identity. Whether it's a business person, like if you're an accountant, you may just associate yourself as, I'm an accountant, that's it, nothing more. But if you end up losing your job and you have to go work in a different environment, yes, you may still be doing accounting, but you may no longer be a banker. You may no longer be working in a bank. You may be working for a charity instead. So even though you're doing a similar thing, it's kind of changed your not your personality, it's changed your identity to a degree. So sometimes when you change your identity, it can make you feel like you're not whole, like part of you is missing because you latched onto that old identity so hard that when it falls away for whatever reason, then that can make you feel like you don't know who you are anymore. And with the Magician here, I feel that you do know who you are, even if you're in the middle of changing your life, changing your career, if you're even naturally in the middle of changing who you are. Like, say you have kids at home, but they're now all graduated from high school and they've gone off to college, they now have their own families, and so your role as the parent, you're still the parent, but it's changed ever so slightly now. And so you may be grappling with something like that, or if you're born female with like a uterus and ovaries, and if you're entering into like menopause or perimenopause, that's your body's own natural way of changing kind of who you are. You're going from being fertile to where you could have children to where you're no longer fertile. It doesn't mean that you're not useful in any way. It just means that your body is now changing into a different phase of life. And men also go through this. It's like when they retire, I've noticed this even with one of my uncles, when he retired, it's like they lose who they are. It's like they identify themselves with this identity and they hang on to it, and then they have a hard time trying to build something new, or they feel like they can't build something new. And that makes you feel like you've lost a part of yourself, like you've lost a twin flame, like you've lost a large part of yourself. And it can make you feel like you're poor or like something was stolen from you, but it wasn't. It's just the next phase of what you're going through was always meant to be there. So your own spirit, your soul, your heart is already prepared to deal with what's to come. Or like, even if you're grieving the loss of somebody, whether it's a friend, a parent, a spouse, your spirit before you were born already knew that this was going to happen, and you agreed to go through this pain, this change in your life, to grow spiritually and help your soul grow and help yourself remember to stay in a light of loving, supportive, positive energy during tough times, so you can help others who are going through the same thing. And that's really what everything is all about. And that's kind of what this tarot deck, this oracle deck that I'm creating is about. Yes, you can use it with a twin flame journey that's a romantic journey. You can use it that way, but you can also use it if you're not in a twin flame journey with somebody else, or you don't believe in the twin flame journey at all. You can do it for yourself instead, or a friend. And let's see, speaking of which, do we have any other more messages? What else wants to come out? Love truly is the language of the heart and soul of the world. Yeah, no matter what you do, as long as you stay or you do what you're doing with love, then you'll be able to overcome whatever is making you feel separated, whether it's from another person or a part of yourself. If you just remember to be gentle with yourself and anybody else involved, and remember that this is for your soul growth, and if anybody else is involved, it's also for their soul growth, and that there are lessons that you need to learn and that they need to learn if you're dealing with a separate person. If you're doing it for just yourself alone, then there are lessons that you need to learn. I feel like, again, I keep going back to the male energy and female energy within yourself. I keep feeling like you've been in more of one than the other, like an equal part of each other, where it hasn't necessarily been a happy marriage, we'll put it, as in one side of you has been more dominant and not allowing the other side of you to come through and shine and do what it needs to do, like the energy of yourself. I mean, let's see, what else am I getting? Love truly is the language of the heart and the soul of the world. Let's see what fell on the floor. Knight of Cups. Yeah, you could have a lover, outside lover coming in. If you can manage to balance yourself and get out of this Five of Pentacles energy within your own energy and balance your masculine and feminine side, then you'll have this other love coming in, and it'll be your wish fulfillment. To me, that's what the twin flame journey is all about. It's more about your relationship with yourself first, not in necessarily in a narcissistic way of I'm number one, nobody else matters, but it's more of, if I don't get myself balanced and heal what needs to be healed there, like if there's any masculine energy wound that I need to heal within myself to balance out my masculine energy, to make my masculine energy work better with my feminine energy, then I lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that? Let's see. Ace of Swords. Okay. Once you balance yourself out, then once your own energies are balanced, then new ideas will come to you here with the Ace of Swords. And with new ideas coming to you, it may make you remember more if you have come in contact with your twin flame, if you want a twin flame. And then hold on, let me see, what's the Ace of Swords? Yeah, this new idea that you have, and this could be actually what is changing within you. You may have this new idea that is going to be totally different than, sorry, my nose is itchy, than what you've done in the past, but you've been afraid to go into it. But this new change in your life is going to bring you happiness and joy here with the Ten of Cups. And it'll also, balancing your own energies and lighting your own flame from within will also be your wish fulfillment. And with the World card here, I feel like it will make you known worldwide in some way, whether you do something on YouTube or do something in another capacity, like if you're a singer or an actor, then you may become world known in that way. And then that would be a different identity from what you've previously been, if you haven't been publicly known before. And if you're entering into that energy, then that could be why you feel scared that you're separating from who you are. But you're not separating from who you are. It is a part of who you are, and it always has been. That's the thing I've learned over the years, is that everything I've done, just probably like with you as well, everything you have done, you were meant to do. It was supposed to happen that way, and your own soul, my nose is tickling, sorry, your own soul knew that before it chose to be born. So I feel like everything is going to be okay. If you are looking for another person in the twin flame journey, I do feel that you two are going to get together. It might be a little bit slow coming together because there are things, obviously, when you're dealing with another person, then they have to heal within themselves as well. But with the Ten of Cups here, I do feel, and the Nine of Cups, I do feel that your wish fulfillment will come true, and you will have your happy ending here with the Ten of Cups, and it will be coming in relatively quickly too with the Eight of Wands. So just remember what you're passionate about, and whatever you do, do it with love, do it with positivity, because we don't want to get into that I love being negative energy, because that's not the energy you want to be in. That's not the love energy I'm talking about. The love energy I'm talking about is the current energy that the earth is moving into, which is I know kind of hard to believe because of what's going on right now in the world, but the energy is shifting. And this is where the old energy that we've been in is dying away, but it's putting up one last fight. So it's kind of difficult to get through. And it may make you feel like you no longer know who you are anymore, but you do. And your soul has known this the entire time you've been alive, since you were born, basically, and even before you were born. So your soul, I'm so sorry, I don't know why my nose is itching. Must have been pepper. I'm allergic to black pepper. It makes my nose itch. So where was I? Let's see. What else do I need to talk about? Yeah, you may feel, it's the Two of Swords. You may feel like you're being blindfolded in your choices that you have to make right now, and you're really not. Your soul knows everything that you need to do, and you have everything that you need to do what you want to do here with the Magician. So if you're still confused about how to bring together this new life that you're bringing, my suggestion is you can either journal about it and do pros and cons of the old life that you were living and the pros and cons of this new life that you want to go into, or this new idea that you're wanting to bring to fruition. And just remember again that love truly is the language of the heart and soul of the world. So as long as you're doing everything in love, then everything will work out as it should. That's all I'm seeing for now. Let's see, is there a final message from Two Hearts, One Flame? Let's see. Did I put this one back? Did I put this one twice? Okay, well, it came out again. Please don't be scared. We will meet again. So again, with it coming out a second time, I do feel that you have met your twin flame, another person, and they're telling you not to be scared of what you're going through. They are still with you in the 5D, and they will be coming back to you. It's just they have some things that they need to clear up in their own lives first, whether it's getting away from a karmic situation or getting their financial situation in order. I kind of feel, we have the Five of Pentacles here. So they could feel like they're in a poor financial situation. Even if they aren't, sometimes we can feel like we're more poor than we actually are, especially if we start looking at the conflicts going on in the world. And really, if you have a roof over your head, if you have clothing, and you have food, food and water, then you pretty much have everything you need to survive. Unless, of course, you need medication for something, you can get that though. So know that this new idea that you have will be fruitful. It is good, and it will be your wish fulfillment. And you don't have to feel like you're making a blind choice. If you do feel like you're making a blind choice, meditate on it. Ask God and your angels about it and see what answers you come up with in meditation. But I do feel that if you are in a point of your life where you feel like you're not balanced as an individual because of whatever you've been through, that that you will come into balance with yourself and your flame. If you feel like your own personal flame has gone out, it will relight and fill you with passion for this new thing that you want to do, and it will bring you into union with your twin flame. Where did that go? Yeah, we will meet again. So if you feel like you've lost your soul, you haven't. It's still with you, and your heart is still with you. It's just making a change that it's not recognizing very much. You know how somebody can get a haircut and they look, or dye their hair and they look totally different? If you've ever watched babies, like toddlers around toddler age, and if they're used to their dads having a full beard and their dads shave their beard completely, it makes the kids cry because they're not used to seeing their dad that way. It's a change that they aren't used to, and it scares them at first because they don't know who this person is. But really, they do know who it is, they just look different. So it's kind of like that, in that you're going through a change that you may not recognize yourself at this moment, but pretty soon you will understand that this change that you're going through is something that was always meant to happen, and that it feels right, and it will be your wish fulfillment. It will make you happy. You will have your happy ending. You will be known, and it will also bring you possibly into union. I do feel like it will bring you into union with your twin flame, or your divine counterpart, your kingdom spouse, whatever you want to name, if you want to put a title to it. It will bring you into contact with the person your soul agreed to be with this life, and possibly have been together with in many lives prior. So that's all the messages I have for now. Again, I am working on this oracle deck. As you can see, it's still just in strips of paper at the moment. I have started a GoFundMe for it to help me finance it, because making oracle cards is really expensive. I will leave a link to it down below, and if you donate at least $55 to it, I will send you a deck. Oh, sorry, nose is itchy. But yeah, I hope everything is going good with you, and just know that everything will be fine. This new version of yourself is supposed to be what you were supposed to be doing. And you will eventually recognize yourself again. Your flame has not actually gone out. It's just kind of flickering a bit, and it's not burning as strong as what you're used to in your old identity. But that flame within you is still there, and it still wants to burn brightly. So just know that everything you need is within you, and you are not in a poor energy. If you feel like you are, then you can make a list of the things that you feel poor about, and then make a list of how to go about correcting that or fixing that in some way. You can even Google options. You know, it's like if you, let's see, what's a good example? Okay, say you have an idea to start a crochet business, and you want to sell your crochet on Etsy. But you don't know how to get started. You've never done it before, or knitting, and you've never done it before. You don't know, you've gotten books, but they don't make sense. You can still go on YouTube and watch a tutorial on how to get started. And then that way you're using something that you already have, which is access to the internet and to YouTube. And you may just need to find a way to put in a few bucks to get crochet hooks, knitting needles, and yarn, and then you're good to go. You can watch a tutorial and figure out how to make your first thing, whether it's a blanket, a lapgan, or a scarf, or a hat even. So you have everything that you need. You're not in as a poor of an energy as you think that you are, and in the end, everything will work out. Even if it feels like it isn't, it will. And you will be known worldwide in some way, shape, or form. That could even be like if you're an author or a poet or an artist, and you're doing art or writing a book, writing a poetry book of any kind, and you decide that you finally want to publish it, then it will be successful. If that's what lights you up, if if that is your flame, your internal flame, then that will bring you recognition around the world, and or even within your own little world section of the world. And it will be whatever you're deciding to do with this Ace of Wands here, this new idea that you have, it will be your wish fulfillment. And you are already in union with yourself. You just have to remember that. And that's all I'm getting for now. I hope that was helpful. Again, please like and subscribe if this was helpful in any way. And I hope you have a good weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye.